This person is so confused. He doesn't know where the house is. He doesn't know how you repay his school fees. Even though the school has a he doesn't know where the next salary will come from. Probably because he lost his job. This person is so confused. He doesn't know where to run. He has done everything he needed to do. There is no way out. The landlord has given him quick notice. The landlord is falling apart. The sickness has not gone. The business is falling. He's falling from one place to another place. This is the person I got to look for. This is the person the Lord said I should come and talk to. I wonder when you look at where he's coming from. It is nothing to compare with where he lives today. People have promised you a lot, but they cannot help you again. The help of God has failed. There is no way out. Ladies and gentlemen, you are even deciding for the work.
All right, good morning, viewers. Welcome to the weekend edition of the program. It's a city stand once again. I'm Michael Adekule. Many thanks to all the viewers that have been supporting us on the program. We say thank you. May God continue to bless you all. And to the respondents on the platform, we say good morning to you. Welcome to the weekend edition of this program. How are you doing, sir?
Mike, good morning for having me.
Morning.
It's another weekend.
All right. All right, thank you. Femi, how are you doing?
Fine.
Happy weekend.
I say happy weekend to all of our viewers across the globe. We say that this weekend will be filled with joy, the glory of God, and peace. And may we celebrate more of it in this life. Thank you very much for always standing with us at Global City Stand.
All right, thank you. Gentleman Mike, happy weekend to you.
Yes.
Okay. Not F this time around. Okay.
Greetings to all our viewers across the world. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. All right, thanks for joining us, Benjamin. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Mike Adekule, and good morning, our viewers. So wherever that you are, may God bless you people and strengthen you people and heal you people. Thank you.
I think I have John James here this morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
How are you doing, sir?
Very good, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, our viewers around the globe. It's nice to be here, and I want to thank you this morning for your steadfastness, for remaining committed to this platform. May the good Lord continue to bless you.
All right, we need to appreciate Mrs. Tina this morning again. You know, she started the weekend because all for us that was on Thursday, right?
Yeah,
Thursday. So
weekend starts at Thursday.
Yeah, it started Thursday. And we say thank you to you, Mrs. Tina, in California. We appreciate your support.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
May God continue to bless you.
And to Big T Prince in London, Thank you. We appreciate you too. To who again? God bless us this week. Yeah. Any anonymous viewer.
Yes.
So thank you to you. We appreciate. Also to Mr. Oluwatimi in Pennsylvania, United States of America, right? Thank you for your great support. We appreciate all of you. And to the rest of the viewers, we appreciate you too. All right, let's move down to what we have this morning. Former President Goodluck Jonathan said he was surprised that, or he's surprised that Buhari could not end insurgency in Nigeria, and we have it all over papers this morning. It's also on internet. So we shall be looking at what led to this talk by the former president, Goodluck Jonathan. All right, the front page of Saturday Telegraph
I don't know who told you.
Jonathan, I am surprised Buhari couldn't end Boko Haram insurgency. I am surprised Buhari couldn't end Boko Haram insurgency. Terror group never nominated Buhari as mediator, says Shehu Dava. Of course, Jonathan said it that Buhari was nominated by this terrorist group, so he was nominated for negotiation. Yeah, so he was a mediator between the then government, that of Jonathan, and the late yeah, you said yeah, Jonathan. It was Jonathan. Yeah. He was a mediator between Boko Haram and the government of former President Goodluck Jonathan. All right, we move on to another story here. This is on page 3 of the Saturday Telegraph. Land grab behind terrorism in Kwara, Kogi State, says Afenifere. The crisis going on in Kwara State and Kogi State as a result of land grabbing issue, or as a result of land grabbing. All right, this is on 4th page of the Saturday Telegraph. We move on to another one on page 2. Your reforms should end insecurity, corruption. This is Bishop Kuka telling President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Sorry about that. On Naipon to Tinubu, your reforms should end insecurity, corruption. Your reforms should end insecurity, corruption, says on Naipon. All right, we move to another one, which is the front page of the Nation newspaper this morning. I am committed to making Southeast great again, says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And on to the next one. On Jonathan, Boko Haram once nominated Buhari as negotiator. Boko Haram once nominated former President Muhammadu Buhari as negotiator. Says he expected insurgency to end under late president, but up to now, insurgency is still ongoing in Nigeria. Boko Haram is still operating, killing lives, destroying properties on daily basis. All right. Also in the news this morning, Governor of Abia State, Alex Oti, has assured the entire Igbos and Nigerians that very soon, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, will be released. So it's a good news and a great news for all. We expect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out of the detention of the SES. All right, Femi. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Welcome, Mr. Michael. And I say thank to all our viewers across the globe for joining us this morning as well. Thank you very much.
All right, so Luan Abdul, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. In the comment section, all right, he's watching us from Aso Villa. Yeah, Aso Villa, that's Abuja. Adijo Elonge is also here with us. We say good morning to you. Adijo is watching us from France. Thank you for joining us. Michael Daniels, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
All right, let's quickly look at, before we even go to what we have here, something happened yesterday. The NURTW boss, Sego, threatened, or should I call that intimidation? Intimidated over 20 million people in Lagos ahead of the 2027 elections. Of course, the VSS did their job by calling him to order. But why would he, make such a statement, Femi? Was that not a threat?
It's a threat, and it's a big threat to Lagosian. It's a big threat to Nigerians. All this in the name of unionism, and they are, unleashing terror on people. It's very, very unfortunate. And if government think that these people, their dog, good dog that they are rearing to attack the enemy, it will be one day that the dog might come back and attack the owner. It's very, very unfortunate in this area of, this country, where we will be breeding, I mean, a lion. And one day when that lion grow and it boomerang, then we will not be able to control it. This is exactly how it started in North. You know, some people usually evil every northerners that it's only northerner that can carry dagger and nobody will checkmate him. And I mean, so will I be envy somebody that is carrying dagger? What will I use dagger for? To do what? Because I usually listen to some lady, when a northerner carry dagger, nobody will challenge him. And people thought it's something that they should emulate or try to, be envy of. Now, when the problem started in the north, who is enjoying it most? Is it not the northerner? So if people think that if they can condone nonsense because it is working for them today, tomorrow, if it's boomerang, what are you going to do? Look at the typical example of what just happened recently in Lagos State. A chieftains of NRTW, Samsidin Oladiji, killed Ramond based on little argument. Samsidin was in charge of a Marwa, and the guy said, okay, you cannot delay me, I'm going somewhere. Can you give me another Marwa? That was just it. And before he caught that property, he beat the man. After about 2 weeks, the man died. Before that, we talk, finish talking about that one, he has committed another one. One Samuel, that one is in coma. Because this kind of a thing, we cannot continue to be watching it and we think it's working for us politically. This is how it started in the north, I repeat. And one day, if it's boomerang, you are watching it like this, it's working for you. Tomorrow you may not be able to control it.
All right, for the sake of the viewers that don't really understand what we are saying this morning concerning the threats, by the NRTW boss, Sego, we have obedient movement saying something on this ahead of 2027. But before going into that, let me quickly read out the story. The obedient movement on Friday called for the immediate arrest and prosecution of Lagos State Chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, Adekunle Mustafa, popularly known as Sego, following a viral video in which he allegedly threatened to unleash violence on Lagos voters in 2027. Now, I move from here. As I said, after the news went viral, DSS and SSS called him for interrogation, and which he denied, making such a threat. And according to him, that was just a propaganda by his enemies. But let's look at another story here. Mustafa Adekunle, popularly known as Sego, chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers in Lagos State, has denied making political threats. After a viral video showed him vowing to punish residents who failed to support the All Progressive Congress in the 2027 elections. The video, which drew widespread condemnation, showed Sego warning that a repeat of the 2023 presidential election would not be allowed in 2027, that all Lagos residents must vote for the ruling All Progressive Congress. Is it by force to vote for APC? Michael, why intimidating voters? Why? I think MC Oluomo was the former NRTW boss in Lagos State. He did the same thing, if I'm not making a mistake.
Okay, we have traveled this particular route before now. Government must not be insensitive to very dangerous statements, especially coming from the NURT leadership. As you said, during the last election, the former NURTW boss for Lagos, who is at the federal level now, MC Oluomo, made the same kind of threats, if you remember vividly. And when the issue blew up and he was asked, he simply trivialized it and said he was only talking to one Mama Chinedu, if you remember, in his area and all of that, and the whole thing went away. And true to his threats, if you remember, people were actually attacked on the day of election to further confirm that threat wasn't just wasn't just an empty threat. People were attacked for attempting to probably vote their choice in that election in Lagos. And I think the same pattern is beginning to play out with Sego, who is leading the NURTW in Lagos now. A threat like this should be taken very seriously. Politicians must not use these guys to destabilize the nation. People must have their rights to vote any candidate of their choice without threat of molestation and all of that. So the threat should not be swept under the carpet. It goes beyond just inviting. The content of the video should be examined properly, and if there are grounds to further question this person and perhaps prosecute, the authorities should do the needful. Michael.
But did DSS really interrogated? Or was that just a political show just to calm the public anger?
I mean, that's exactly my point.
Do we have any video?
Is it just about having maybe a tea chat with him and all of that? Things should be taken very seriously. Don't look at the fact that politicians do make use of these guys from time to time, which we know of, that they are like the foot soldiers for most politicians, not peculiar to Lagos. And we must stress that it happened virtually in all the states where you have that union. These are like their foot soldiers that they use during election and all of that. So the mustn't become a monster to the people. People must be allowed to vote any candidate of their choice without being threatened, Michael.
He said it was a propaganda. Would you call that propaganda? He said it was the work of his enemies.
That's how an average culprit, an average politician, an average criminal in Nigeria will say that is even when they embezzle money, that everybody see that they embezzle money. They will say it is their enemy, and they are prosecuting them. They will say it is their enemy that is at work, that they don't really commit that thing. I think what DSS should do, if they don't invite Sego, but just a party, is to examine the video, whether it's AI generated video or it is original, and I think that one shouldn't be a very difficult task for DSS to achieve. And if they discover that it is real, then they should do the needful. That is the truth of the matter. So I don't see it as a propaganda. It is in their blood. It is not beyond what they can do. It is within the range of what an average NURTW boss in Lagos State can do. And like I said, it's very, very dangerous. You see, there are some narratives in this country that may not change. So far, we still, follow the same step. Politicians will invite our bros, our big bros. You know when I'm saying our big bros, those ones that can carry gun, those ones that can kill without blinking their eyes. They will carry them, give them gun, give them cutlass during the election. And after the election, they will expect them to withdraw, to return those weapons. And it is a lie. They keep it. And they will use the same weapon to terrorize people. Some of them, in fact, the major insecurity challenge we are facing in this Nigeria is as a result of this the same narrative, because some people are being invited all over Africa to support a particular people, so that they can take over power either by the new or by crooks, and eventually they were not properly settled and they become the major source of insecurity in this country, as you are talking about.
To realize that the NURTW bosses in Lagos State, both the former ones and the current ones, with so much power, they really have influence.
They have influence. They have influence.
Encouraging them. Well, why you go?
Of course, it's our politicians. Number one, you see this NURTW.
Anything they say is final.
Honestly speaking, in most cases, don't fall victim of any NURTW boss, because if you die, I'm afraid you die, Sarah. If they say this Samsidin didn't commit another one, do you know this God is very, very funny? After Samsidin beat Samuel, he now even took him to police station that he has stolen his own ring. You know, after he has committed the war of Ramon, beat that one don't know he's on his way to grave. He thought he has treated himself until like 3 weeks. He started discovering that he's having headache constantly. Now, that one too don't know that he has committed a murder secretly. He now went ahead and beat another Samuel. Now carry him to police station after he has beaten him. Instead of carrying him to, hospital, he carry him to police station and they accuse him of stealing his own ring. But funny enough, those police say, okay, let's take him to to hospital first. From there, they now say, don't let that man go because the guy he beat is in coma. Before they call the crime scene, they have discovered that he has already beat another person, died. That one, he just died. So this is how they committed, that acting of terrorism every day. It's very, very unfortunate. These people, they want a lot of power and they believe that whatever they do, nobody will question them because politicians are using them. They are their instruments. That is the doesn't matter. Among them, you see, they have used them a lot of time. I don't want to be calling names and I don't want to call them, but I know that they have very many criminal elements among them.
All right, away from Lagos State issue, let's move down to what the former president of the nation, Goodluck Jonathan, said yesterday. Former President Goodluck Jonathan says the abduction of the Chibok girls in 2014 remains a permanent scar on his administration and personal life. Jonathan spoke on Friday in Abuja at the public presentation of Scars, Nigeria's Journey, and the Boko Haram Conundrum, a book written by Lucky Irabor, retired Chief of Defense Staff. It's a scar I will die with. It's a scar he will die with. That's what Jonathan said. But perhaps later more details will become known, and that too has to do with Boko Haram. He said, okay, the former president recalled that during his administration's efforts to engage Boko Haram in dialogue, the group nominated Buhari, the former president, who later succeeded him in 2015 as their preferred negotiator. Now, let me stop there. Buhari was nominated. I think we were aware.
Yeah, we were aware of it.
I was aware of that story. And don't you think that there was a hidden relationship between the late President Muhammadu Buhari and the Boko Haram terrorist group?
It is an established fact that these people, they are not alien. They don't fall from sky. They are also, majority of them, they are Nigerians. And there is no way they don't have one relationship or the other with the politician from the north. Are you talking about Buhari? Abiru Sokoto was found in the house of Kashim Shettima when it was, I think it was governor at that time. So, all these people, they have relatives. When Yoruba say somebody that is stealing is a human being. All these Boko Haram, they are human beings. They born them in that place. Some of them are boys from Borno, from Adamawa, and the rest of them before they relocate to forest. So when they choose Buhari as their negotiator, nobody should be surprised. Okay, Buhari was chosen as a negotiator. Bandit is even choosing Gumi. Okay, Buhari is gone. Bandit is choosing Gumi as a negotiator. What have we been able to do? To tell you that these people, they mean business and they are showing to us like this, and there is nothing we could do about it. The established fact is that the issue of insecurity was weaponized in 2015 against Jonathan. It was one of the strategies opposition used to make sure that they chase away Goodluck Jonathan. Not only them, almost around the world, they were complicit in this thing to the extent that they refused to sell weapons to Jonathan. This thing, I know it and I confirm it from the mouth of somebody that I know. He will never, before he will try to support PDP, that means he has no way to go. But I did told you confirm it that you see, Jonathan was frustrated. He couldn't buy weapons. Americans don't sell weapons to him. Even Russia refused. When he wanted to buy black market, his plane was grounded in South Africa. So it is very, very obvious, and these are the kind of things that make me worry about this country, that when all of us have challenge, and instead of the whole country to come together and look for solution, the politician will go back door and weaponize it and make it worse so that they will chase him away. Unfortunately, when they come in, they will not be able to solve it. Good example is issue of subsidy. When Jonathan said, let's remove this subsidy, what happened? Everybody stand. Me, I was supporting removal of subsidy in 2012. So it's not, I'm not surprised with what Jonathan said. I know he's a victim of circumstances.
Gentleman Mike. Does it mean that, or does it suggest that there was trust between Boko Haram and the late President Muhammadu Buhari?
You know, Ebele Jonathan is now telling us that the scar, we say he's going to live with that scar forever. Well, for me, it's an admittance of failure. Unfortunately so. I mean, FM just rolled out some of the constraint that he had, even in tackling security issues. But the whole thing will still be put on his desk. It's an admittance of failure at that time, being the Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces. There will be no excuse that will be tenable enough for Nigerians to swallow. Those children were taken out of their schools and taken into the bush. And the scar is still with the nation as we speak, and several others has even happened after that particular one. So it's an admittance of failure which he cannot. It's going to be with him for a very long time.
It's an admittance of failure.
That's the truth.
What about internal sabotage? Didn't you
see? Whatever internal issues you have, you are the Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces. Nobody's going to listen to you. That's the truth. That's why you are given that job. You understand this thing. Internal sabotage, am I going to be responsible for that? He's still going to be the one. So all of that will still come to his desk. That's my point. And and I thank God that he admitted that those things are going to be with him till he passed on. He said that, I watched that session. So it's an admittance that he didn't get it right. Whatever internal saboteur that he had around him, was still part of his administration.
Well, it is believed that there are some persons that wanted him to fail at that point in time.
Mr. Michael, sorry to cut in. You see, I was once on the same page with Mr. Michael that Yoruba will say, there is no post that is higher than the post of president in this country. So when we give you that position, you should be able to responsible. But at the same time, what I'm saying this morning is that a tree cannot make a forest. A president cannot achieve it alone. He needs the support of everybody. So when the support he needed was not given, it's only little he can do. And when he was pushed to the wall, he said, there's nothing I can do about this thing. Then let me hand over. Then, do you know, if you read further, he now said he thought Buhari will end Boko Haram. He said that, okay, maybe I'm the failure. I can't do it. Okay. I don't. Okay.
Let's see the.
Okay. That's mediating. That's the thing that all of you are yearning for. But was Buhari able to quench the fire of Boko Haram? To date, we are still there. So what I'm trying to say is that there are some circumstances that may beyond. Everybody has capacity. There are some circumstances that may beyond your capacity. You may not be able. Somebody like Jonathan has said, you see, my presidential ambition does not want the blood of any Nigeria. You should have known the narrative where it's coming from. Or even declare war. Somebody, Jonathan, would say, hey, I would now say they should go and be killing. You know, before Jonathan even tackle these people, he started saying that, hey, they are our fellow Nigerians. How are we going to deal with them? He was even confused sometimes. To the extent that he complained, oh, my administration has been infiltrated with Boko Haram. I don't know where I am now. It's like Jonathan was like somebody that they brought from a village come to Lagos, and he was at Agege, and he said, I don't know where. He was a confused person at a particular time. They proved the word that they call Ibadalomo. Oh, Malayipo. Nigeria will still refer. You know, in the statement of Jonathan, he said, you know that there are some information that will still come out that we, unravel some secret thing that happened. You see the word, visible. Now only you can come. There is God, though. All these blood they are sharing in Bono from Patient Jonathan. Go and watch that clip very, very well. You will still reverse to it. There is God. You said that they kidnap about 200 pupils. When they kidnap your daughter, Sebi, when you see authority, you should come out to express your anger or pleading that please help us look for our daughter. It's a lie. It was only the principal that came. Where are the parents of those pupils that were kidnapped? If you thought if you lie, you go home, Jonathan here to show him the other side of Nigeria. They say, how old are you? Nigeria that some people have been toiling like this since even before we achieve independence. Some people are bent on coming to before we achieve independence. Some people are bent on make war to this place, and they dip their sword inside ocean, jihad war. And you now come, you want to be doing like this. They show him the game. And let me tell you, why I will not want to be standing here and condemn Jonathan. I may not be able to reason beyond the level of Jonathan if I'm Mr. President. As simple as that.
Okay, sorry. You don't have business in the kitchen if you can stand the heat. And that is why it's not about condemning him, but we must look at what he did when it matters most. We must examine critically the road. See, you can't be a president and be explaining something. It's not acceptable. You cannot be a president and be explaining certain things away. The moment, in my view, is the moment you see that it seems the people around me are not cooperating. It seems they are employed to make me fail and all of that. Perhaps you should have considered his resignation. It will have been on record that he resigned honorably with his head high up there. That okay, if you guys won't allow me to really do this job, let me step out in dignity and in honor than to finish that particular term as Mr. President and be explaining away why Nigeria should be killed when the Constitution that you swore to uphold says the security and the welfare of the people shall be the primary responsibility of government. In other words, the moment you cannot handle these two, you don't have business in governance. You don't have business being there. That is what it means.
Okay, and regarding the 2027 election, there have been news over and about his comeback. But can we trust someone who couldn't handle insecurity during his own time? Someone who said a former president was the preferred person to negotiate with terror groups like Boko Haram. Can we trust that kind of person to handle security challenges that you are facing now?
First of all, somebody.
So what would Jonathan be campaigning with?
Well, so
is it insecurity that he couldn't handle during his own tenure, or what?
First of all, you see, issue of insecurity at this moment it has been happening to the successful government, and when something like that is happening, Yoruba will say, "Aṣọ tó bá ti di ẹgbẹ́jọdá, ó ti di ẹgbẹ́jọdá nìyẹn." That means not only him that Nigeria security collapsed under him. Let's go back to Obasanjo regime. Do you think Nigeria enjoys security under Obasanjo? Do you think? No, we don't enjoy security. We witness so many. I mean, Labalu. We witness Odi massacre. We witness massacre in Benue State. We witness, bomb explosion in Lagos State. We witness massacre in Plateau State. Dariye was impeached because of insecurity. Unfortunately, we have it in a systematic way. We witness consistent insecurity in the Niger Delta until Yaradua came. I think it was only the 2 years of Yaradua we were able to have a little bit of from insecurity with the introduction of amnesty to the Niger Delta. And I think to some extent, issue of Boko Haram has not been escalated during the regime of Yaradua. They are there, but it has not been escalated to some extent. So what am I trying to say is that to some extent, Jonathan will still have something to campaign. Therefore, that we witness insecurity, people that live where the security is not okay, they were able to enjoy their peace and their meal, and they were able to afford chicken and turkey. I could remember that time I just married. We were able to enjoy our meal. At least to buy chicken is not a luxury. To buy turkey was not a luxury. That time I just married. I just go to a few kilometers away from my house. I buy catfish and do pepper soup every Sunday. I could remember that time. But for you to go and buy chicken or turkey, half kilo or 1 kilo now, or Titus, ask me since when I've eaten Titus. What? You want to eat Titus? What is your budget? So there is no way Jonathan will still not. But, however, you will not be able to reverse the hand of clock if we come back. That's my belief. Both security, economic, all of them, it has been messed up And if Jonathan now tell you that he's going to reverse it, okay, I'm not going to listen to it. But if Nigeria feel like they want to compensate Jonathan because of what he has done in the past, and that because he has saved Nigeria, so be it. And I'll be considering it. If Jonathan contests, maybe I will vote for him or not.
Gentlemen, what would he be campaigning with? I just like ask you. Because to me, I don't know. Don't let him use to me. It seems he has an unfinished business in Nasoro. This is a person that couldn't solve his insecurity during his own time. Is there anything he'll be doing to our security challenges if eventually, he contests?
Well, maybe he has learned his lessons, and maybe perhaps he now sees better. I don't know what's going on in his mind, but perhaps he felt okay. I think I mean, having gone out of the system and reflected on his administration and all of that, perhaps he has learned some things that he feels that okay, maybe I will handle it. I will handle it better this time. Those might be his coming back strategies. I may not be able to tell. So it's not a bad idea for him to still want to come back. I don't have a problem with that. If he's able to convince Nigerians that he can do it better, why not? It's within his right to aspire for the office. So whatever good thing he feels he can still do, whatever lesson he feels he has learned, haven't been in the system before now, that he want to come and implement. Good luck to him, as his name.
Will his comeback bring back Chibok girls? We are the Chibok girls. Some of them are married.
But even, let me tell you, like I tell you that these people have the best of health. I just want to say,
okay, sorry.
To go, please.
All right, sorry.
Morning, everyone.
Right.
Yes, what is the main thrust?
Discussing Goodluck Jonathan's statement yesterday in Abuja. He said he's surprised that Buhari couldn't end Boko Haram insurgency in Nigeria. That the scam, talking about the abduction of Chibok girls, trauma will never leave him. That's what he said. So we're looking at his comeback according to the rumor we are hearing. That what is he going to do about insecurity? Somebody that couldn't handle insecurity during his own time has said that Buhari was the preferred person by Boko Haram groups, Boko Haram terror group, for negotiation. So what would that kind of person bring on the table for Nigerians?
You see, the statement Jonathan made shock why Buhari could not handle this. It's right. Because even most of us, we thought that Buhari, being ex-military man, right, a soldier, he should be the best person to handle this. And also being a member of Boko Haram, because we know he's Boko Haram himself.
Buhari?
Yes. You know that Irabor, how Irabor handled this thing. He discussed with them. But Buhari was playing on the guy. The statement of Goodluck is in order. Buhari should have been the best person to handle Boko Haram if he had been honest with us. But because he wasn't honest, and we could see it today. Okay, it's difficult for God to have extended his years. Alright? But because of certain things we cannot see, national things have been saying that God is overall. That whoever goes to that throne should remember God. But Buhari didn't remember God.
Are you sure he wasn't honest, or it was Boko Haram was beyond his power?
He wasn't honest. Though he was shouting that these people are foreigners, they came from Libya, they came from this. But you can't separate Buhari from this. They were saying it, bring Buhari to do this, to negotiate. And all those people Boko Haram that were saying something, we had them. All right, we had them. They were not children. Okay, he wasn't honest. He was playing on the ground. He wasn't honest. That's why I supported Jonathan. Jonathan is an honorary lecturer, civilian, bloody civilian. That's the way they used to call us, military people, bloody civilians. Okay, he tried his own best. That is that. But on coming back, now, like Mike was saying, there's what we call resetting objective in management. Okay, maybe like Mike was saying, he might have learned his lesson. He was forced. Jonathan was pushed out by some people who are still around today. Okay, and those people who push Jonathan out, we thought that he would do better, and they're not doing better. So if Jonathan has thought of it 1, 2, and now restate his objective, thinking that he will come back, and when he come back, he will do better. We may give him chance. And Jonathan is not the first person who have been in the corridor of power and later come back, okay? But if I were him, I will not come back because his image integrity is very, very poor for now. But going back there, and I don't know how he will come out if they will not mess. Because first, if Jonathan coming back, second missionary journey is out of his own volition, well, I'll say okay. But if there's some people playing the script, want him to play the script, I fear it. But this is Nigeria. I don't think his second coming is his own volition. I am thinking that some set of people want to use him to actualize a certain thing. And he should allow that, he's kidding. Okay? So, but if he comes and accepts, we know that Jonathan had a very good record. Okay? So, in terms of insecurity, we cannot apportion so much blame on him. If a military man could not do it. Okay? So, but the thing is escalating now. The thing is escalating. We have modern gadget equipment and others, and our military people are receiving training and retraining. Why is it escalating? Imagine a shame. This is a national shame for Boko Haram to come and negotiate with our government fully armed. Did you people watch them? Boko Haram people came to negotiate with the government fully armed, in the kind of all of them fully armed. I was watching this. These people came all over me. Which country will such a thing happen other than Nigeria? When we have the largest land army, Nigeria have the largest land army that can overrun them. That time they can. Then our Nigerian soldiers, if our national security people, everybody and the rest, knows their honors, what they're doing, that time they came for negotiation was the time for them to supposed to run them off and disarm all of them. And yet they came like executives and what have you. It's a shame. That is a shame. It's in our record, national record. And our president shouldn't have allowed such to happen under his regime. That is too bad. What are we doing? What are we doing? You can move in Nigeria anywhere. We can move. There's no part of Nigeria that is safe now. You can move. It's a social malady. It's too bad. It's not good.
All right, what's your take on intimidation of voters in Lagos State? Intimidation of voters in Lagos.
Intimidation of voters in Lagos State started because of this labor something that overrun Lagos. Okay, it's not now. The last election happened, and now even voters review exercise now is going. There's a diplomatic intimidation too. Okay, and denial. Okay,
especially by NURTW
yes,
members.
Yes, it's not the best.
What happened yesterday?
Yes,
has been called to order.
Okay, thank God that you people saw
DSS and SSS.
Go, it has been exposed. So it's not the best for our national unity. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Like I said last time, only Lagos State is not what we give the president the next election. He should not allow Lagos State to dent his image. Because I put it in the social media to him that the hostilities Igbos are receiving under his regime is not the best. I put it before him 2 weeks ago through J. Hibokwe. Okay? I said it here. So he should not allow that to happen. If I were him, I should have made for Southern unity. I said it before. He has the clout, our president, to unite the entire South together. But that is not happening. So the question you ask is not the best. And all of us have seen it. It should stop so that we still be one Nigeria. Are we trying to be one Nigeria? That's the question with all these things. So please, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you everyone for your presence.
Thank you so much. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So we've greeted before.
Yes. We have greeted so difficult in saying good morning again.
All right, let's take a look at what former President Goodluck Jonathan said about former President Muhammadu Buhari. He said at some point Boko Haram chose Buhari to negotiate with them on the issue of insecurity. But at the end of the day, the same Buhari who was the preferred person, who was chosen by this sect, this group called Boko Haram, couldn't end insecurity in Nigeria. Now, the question is, even the Jonathan himself that has said this, and we are hearing, that he's trying to come back for 2027. Can he realistically end insurgency in Nigeria? Insurgency that a former president and a former military head of state couldn't end. Can he realistically end it?
You see, realistically and ideally, let me put it that way. If Jonathan is given the nod as president of Nigeria the second time coming, I don't think he can muster that political will to end insurgency in Nigeria. You see, at times it is even laughable when people are saying that social government, passing the buck of blame. When this is systemic now in Nigeria, it is family rooted. It has become, if not even more than oil, terrorism rank among the high uptake of income generation to whosoever is in that mode. But when you now look at all these things, the state is also complicit in the act of terrorism. Mike, you recall there was a time that the state said they don't even know their modus operandi, they don't even know what they really want. But the people that you don't know what they really wanted, or at one time or the other, and you are not negotiating with them, it shows that you even knew who these people were before coming to tell the public that you don't even know what they are even agitating for. Then it becomes so worrisome and mind-numbing. If you are saying that these people, they are ghosts, they cannot be identified as persons, then how come you are negotiating with them? Does it not really make sense? I don't know whether it's adding anything up. Then Nigeria has been turned to a kind of a guinea pig, where some bad heads in the Nigerian body politic are now working in collaboration with their foreign adventurers to turn this country into a guinea pig. That is why Nigerian state is under siege on the account of terrorism. There is no two way about it. We've had it. Successive government have had a fair share of that terrorism or insurgency factor during their various reigns. And when you look at Jonathan coming to say that, but maybe he's talking from the angle that being a military person, he ought to have
Expected in
prop up his action to see that this is nipping the ball once and for all. But to his dismay, he now saw that the stature keeps increasing in leaps and bounds as to their operation. And the way Nigeria is now, we are really under siege. We are being held at the jugular by these so-called miscreants, fundamentalists or extremists, as the case may be.
Now, James John, according to Goodluck Jonathan, Boko Haram started this evil act in 2009. Until date, they've not stopped killing Nigerians, destroying properties. Can we ever, in this country, see an end to this criminal element in the society?
Well, if there is sincerity of purpose, you see, I wouldn't want to say that the Northerners brought this upon themselves. I grew up in the North. In 2007, Alimadu Sharif, used, what's the name again? The leader of Muhammad Yusuf, the spiritual leader of Muhammad Yusuf, to win election. You understand? You can't even roll out Obasanjo from this. You understand? Because they wanted to win election. And eventually, after they won election, the man was awarded with a slot, a commissioner of religious affairs. If you listen to what's his name again? Falana said, when he was made commissioner of religious affairs, he came, somebody who was religious, I'm a fanatical religious person. He said he saw the level of corruption in government, how these people were sharing money among themselves. He was like, is that what you do here? So there was a fallout, and then he formed the Boko Haram that you saw that are terrorizing people everywhere. Jonathan almost defeated them, if not for the elders in the north. They went to Jonathan and said, that it is something they can handle. That these are their boys, they can talk to them. They are only exercising his full exuberance. And Jonathan listened to them. You understand? And then from nowhere they got international, support. But one thing that is clear, throughout this period, Buhari was so loud. He was the biggest sympathizer of Boko Haram. In fact, at a point he said the same treatment given to Niger Delta militants should be given to the Boko Haram, members. You understand? So it was so tough. In 2013, Jonathan now felt, okay, you are faceless. How can we discuss so that we grant you amnesty? And Jonathan said, can you give us people we can discuss with? And they choose Buhari. You understand? For negotiation. You understand? That was an issue that I said they brought upon themselves. And then Boko Haram has gotten to a point where they cannot handle it. What Jonathan has just said, it could be a political statement because he wants to contest to say a scar. But if it is not a political statement, I think it's a statement coming from a man who has admitted responsibility. He has tried. I will never forget, he declared state of emergency in about 12 or 11 local governments in Maiduguri. Chibok was part of the local government that was under state of emergency. 5-kilometer drive, you see military checkpoint everywhere. Let's ask ourselves a question. If you have lived in an environment where you see, I grew up in Jos, anytime there is a religious crisis, the presence of military is like more than the presence of the people living in the community. You understand? And then you will tell me they carry over 200 girls in such an environment. Do you know the number of 200 girls? And they still go with them. It was something they orchestrated themselves. And the reason was to take Jonathan out. Even though there was an international involvement, Obama was very much into it. I think April 6, you understand, 2014, Obama knew whatever that was happening. The reason is because they wanted Jonathan out. You understand? They wanted Jonathan out, and then Buhari, was an opportunity for him to come on board. And now, for Jonathan to say that he expected Buhari to handle this, one, you are the biggest sympathizer of these guys. You are now commander-in-chief. You understand? You can use your military experience. This was somebody who fought civil war, somebody who have gone to peacekeeping in different places. Jonathan once said he was not a general. He once said that he said in Boko Haram infiltrated his government. At a point he said he was not a general. Now we have a general who came and think got worse. You understand? Because Boko Haram has gotten to a point where they no longer listen to anybody. They created this problem, and the problem is now beyond them. I'm telling you, it's beyond them. Boko Haram has become an institution in this country. Can you flush it? Is it possible? At a time when this thing would have been, managed, they said no. They said, why are you killing our people? Neither Delta militants are there. You understand? Now we have gotten to a place where, what's the name? Nenadi somebody. One woman who has always been, speaking very vocal, yes, has come out to say under Jonathan there was a time they are spending 2 billion naira every day to tackle Boko Haram, every single day. So you can imagine the amount of money that is being spent. You understand? And then I think that explains why we have an economy like this. Because money that should have been used to, boost the economy, to make, build infrastructure that will make economic activities to grow. And then now is used to tackle Boko Haram. And there is not even sincerity in the allocation of the money. Some of these monies go into different pockets, private pockets. And then that is where we are as a people.
All right, let's go to the comment section. Our viewers are there. They are reacting to what we're saying this morning. All right, this is Chima says Jonathan was a Democrat. Honestly, even the corruption that happened under him was done without his awareness. That's this is Chima on this. Move down to Okay, still this is Jima. The same Tinubu that is ruling now joined hands with Jonathan to attack Jonathan from all fronts. Okay, maybe joined hand with Buhari to attack Jonathan from all fronts. Maybe that's what he wanted to say. All right, Jonathan is not aware of Buhari's dealings with that. Tinubu can do anything. Okay, we move down to Ababayaga this morning. Even the corruption under Goodluck Jonathan, it was the people around him, not him. The current president has 17 wells and refinery in Malta. So why would he reduce price of well when he's cashing out? All right, Emmanuel Obuju says, as we speak, bandits invaded a community in Niger State, 1 a.m., 5th of October. Okay, 4th of October now. Today is 4th.
Yes.
All right. Overpowered their security, killed many, and get away with weapons. They are coming closer to Niger. Okay, close to Abuja. Okay. We move down to the Chibok. The current Fulani problems we are having in Nigeria today is caused by Buhari because he opened Nigeria borders to Fulanis from Senegal, Gambia, Mali that are currently wreaking havoc in Nigeria. All right, GOA says Yoruba in Kwara are enjoying free trailer ride like cows running from their village. Yenamdi says our problem in Nigeria is bigotry. I see some nasty comment from Dash Yoruba still supporting Tinubu over his failed governance. Do some people even still have brain? All right, let's move down to other comments here. Babatunde Akerele, did Tinubu say he didn't know about bringing non-Nigerians from outside to vote for APC in 2014? That's a question for us. And this is Chima, sorry. Even Tinubu joined hands with Buhari to fight Jonathan then. He can't be exonerated from the emergence of Boko Haram too. Is the current president part of it?
You see, all of them, without any exception.
All of them.
All of them are all complicit in all this game, because Nigeria state has become a kind of a state whereby you can craft anything just to cut advantage to yourself, because all the politicians, not even one, is culpable in this act, because they use mercenaries to win election, and even before, in the middle and after the election, they get into office, they jettison all these people, but they fail to know that the ammunition that were being given to all these terrorists guys in fending their way, even they use these people as a kind of fodder to get to their various offices, but they fail to know that the consequences of their action will also boomerang against the state, because at a time after they have gotten themselves involved in all these shenanigans, then they will not drop all these terrorists, because they have already achieved their aim to power. By the time they have achieved their aim to power, they will no longer be sponsoring them again. Then those people will now say, okay, now since I have this ammunition, why can't I just fend for myself? That is why the Nigerian state is in this quagmire that she currently found herself. And when you also look at some, Christopher Musa said something. He said, the statement he made of recent, that we should go and start learning how to have some skill,
self-defense.
Yes, in martial arts. Then somebody of that pedestal must have seen some things that doesn't really cohere in terms of security, combating security challenges. If a chief of defense staff could come out and that word came out of his mouth to Nigerians, you should know that the Nigerian state is in horse.
All right, away from that, let's quickly look at what's happened yesterday in Lagos State. Threat by a popular NRTW boss, Sego, threatened to unleash violence on Lagosians if they don't vote. Allegedly, threat into on violence. Because if they don't vote, the ruling of Progressive Congress come 2027. But should somebody like Sego, who is holding such a powerful position near NURTW, be retained on that position, despite his link with
Mr. President.
Yes.
You see, Mike, if you look at the history of NURTW, I don't know whether, even if you don't know then, you know there was a time General Buba Mawa was the administrator of Lagos State here. He was the administrator in Lagos State. There was a time when he was in Sadu, he tended to checkmate.
Despite his link to violence, sorry,
Yeah.
not Mr. President. That's what I want.
He tended to checkmate all these inanities that is embedded in this union setup. That was why, he is coming from the background of a military guy. Now, when you now look at all this, I could like it. The activities of this National Union of Road Transport, so that of terrorism organization. Because for crying out loud, if we claim that we are practicing democracy, why would I be grandstanded to voting somebody who is not my candidate? That in itself is a terrorist act. You understand? Grandstanding anybody against his or wish is a terrorist act. And if Sego, who is enjoying his benefactor privileges of being the chairman of NURTW in Lagos State, this is not the first time we are going through this route. At least the person that he took power from, Oluomo, once said that even though they said that some stickers were sold, if you don't buy those stickers, you cannot operate as a commercial driver within their confines. That goes to tell you that Nigerian democracy is taking another shape, that it has embodied a kind of a tyrannical trait.
John, should he still be allowed to hold that position despite being linked to violence threats?
Well, I can assure you, he may even be rewarded with a bigger position if Tinubu emerged in 2027. We saw what happened to Sego. You see, that is what you get when you live in an environment where Godfatherism thrives. What you get is people, giving their loyalty to one person instead of the nation or state. Now the DSS, I can assure you, look at all the security arms of government. All the security that we have in Nigeria. Instead of really facing what we truly have at hand, they go after people like Songore. When we have major crisis at hand, how do we address insecurity? There is, a threat to national security. How do we address them? But they go after people who will want to voice out to, the kind of abnormalities they see in government. You understand? And in this kind of system that we run, we can't go anywhere. We just cannot go anywhere. And that is why we live in a society. I had a discussion with a very elderly man, and he was telling me that in Lagos State, for example, how can you tell a child, go to school, you will become great, when after you have gone to school, graduate, and Agbero on the street earns your salary a day? You understand? So you can imagine the system that we run. We run a system where, criminals are rewarded. Criminals should be arrested and go to correctional center where they will be learn their lessons and come back to the society and then become, good citizens. But in this part of the world, criminals are rewarded. If you are not a criminal, you will just find yourself somewhere struggling until you get to the
How does it tell us about 2027 election?
2027 election.
Now in Lagos State.
Okay, see what they are trying to do now. I can assure you it's a threat. The reason is they want to create fear so that people will not turn out. on the election day, then they will take advantage of the situation. Once you don't come out to vote, they take advantage of the situation now. They know how to play the game, and then they allocate votes to themselves. You understand? Whether you like it or not, Nigeria is one country where we even remain in the situation where we are now is because of the kind of fear that we have. Most people, because of this statement, there are so many people who will not come out to vote. So many people will not turn out to vote. You understand? And it's not good to our democracy. It's not good to our democracy.
All right, let's move down to the comment section again. I am Tunde Okafor saying that Tinubu, Buhari, and IBB purposely destroyed Nigeria with impunity. We'll move down to Abatunde Akerele. Imagine a talk saying they should vote APC. Nigeria is doomed. Nigeria is doomed. Criminals. Okay. Imagine a talk, saying they should vote APC. We'll move down to Sego. Never a threat. All right, Chima, did they do anything to MC Oluomo? Forget the hypocritical Tinubu and his allies. Of course, DSS questioned him yesterday. He was interrogated.
I want to believe they just invited him for a tea break. Just to create an impression that they are doing the needful. Just to create an impression that they are professional and unbiased in the discharge of situation. Yes, but I can assure you it's just for a tea break. Their loyalty rests with the president also. Yes, now you saw what Somore issue now. It shows that their loyalty rests with the president, just like his loyalty rests with the president.
What do you see?
You see, it's a sad commentary on our nation.
Was that interrogation?
Because I believe it's just mere geographics, and it's a shambolic display on my own part. It does not really fly in the court of common sense or rational thinking, because all this one is just charade. It's a game. It does not really make any meaning to any common rational thinking human being, because we know where the order is coming from. Because you are here in this state. There was a time when people were bullied on the account of their tribe. Some Igbos were bullied, and it's still ongoing.
Now, if you said you know where the order is coming from, would the president of the nation order talk?
Okay, if you say
order NGW boss to intimidate,
Mike,
threaten
Mike,
residents.
you see, you might be in your Oval Office, and some people are saying that, and they want you because they know that the crumbs that is falling from that Oval Office is enough for them. They will do everything, even though it might not directly come from you. You order them to be doing all those dirty deals, but they want to protect their own lane, where their own crops is coming from. They can go to any length to make sure that that place is well protected. And I will not indirectly also, it can also be linked to Mr. President, because when we take
people, right?
Yes, when we take into account what transpired in the 2023 elections, the presidential election in Lagos State that is being known, acknowledged, either rightly or wrongly, that is the base of Mr. President. He lost the presidential election to Labour. Then you think that he will now open his eyes and see that the same thing is repeated come 2027? He will do everything to see that such a scenario does not play out come 2027. And if someone like Sego is doing that, he's only trying to do that bidding for his paymaster, which we all know.
All right, this is Chima says Michael, that's just a formality. The DSS can't do anything.
Exactly, it's a mere charade.
All right, we have someone saying, okay, I can see. Nnamdi Anu say MC Oluomo now have office in Abuja with security personnel
Somebody, yes,
under Tinubu's command. All right, viewers should stop dash that. All right, Nnamdi, please. There are certain words you just need to be careful of in the comment section, please. Let us maintain the decorum there. Thank you. All right, we appreciate you, Mr. Vincent.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show. All right, what's your own take on what are the negotiations in Lagos State?
Good morning, viewers. Thank you for having me. Mike,
What's the motive?
Mike is very clear that they do not want freedom and the right of the people to decide who they actually want. This is a complete target, direct statement to the Igbo people in Lagos. There's no need of mixing words, and it's not the first time, it's not the second time, it's not even the third time. It has been ongoing, but they forgot that 2023 presidential election in Lagos State, it was not only Igbo that voted against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Some Yorubas also voted against him. Some Hausas also voted against him. But in the whole of this, Igbos in Lagos have been targeted. And that is what Ruben Abati is talking about. You are calling your fellow citizens illegal immigrants. Where you yourself, you are not even from Lagos State. The Lagosians, people who own Lagos, know themselves. Nothing is going to happen to Sego or whatever he calls himself. It's okay. Because he can't come out, you can call a press conference to threaten the boss in Lagos State. That's why you call a press conference. Mike, let me tell you, they could not to do this thing, and push it to a level. And I know for sure that they are indigenous Lagosians and they are against this state capture. It pains them when they see things go this direction. I've watched so many interviews they granted. There's no need of pretending over this. I think by coming out even to make that statement, he's supposed to have been arrested. Someone was supposed to have arrested him immediately. Look at, because of this excessive powers they were given to. Look at how that guy murdered somebody in the island. One of his friends, he killed the guy in broad daylight. A dispatch rider, he killed him in broad daylight because he felt that after all we are in charge. But it's not only Yorubas are also in the east. Nobody is threatening them.
Who are you going to blame for?
Yes,
the power these guys.
Mike, if the president is not involved, if the governor is not involved, if the Arab Yorubas are not involved, then use this one as an example. As simple as that. And that is why we are against Muslim ticket. These are the problem it creates. We know when Boko Haram was sleeping in Shetima's house every day. Boko Haram, live Boko Haram. They were camped in his house in Goodluck. You saw Boko Haram with their Okada, with guns, sophisticated weapons, having a general meeting like conference with the governors of the north. When you have the capacity to go to national TV and labeled IPOB a terrorist organization, and you want to, who is going? Okay, 2027, those terrorists will come and vote for you. I bet Bola Ahmed Tinubu should understand this very clearly, because you are creating an impression that you cannot even eradicate.
That's a good news for you regarding what
Mike, he has assured you. Mike, Mike, let me tell you, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released today, I will never give that credit to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay. I have been saying it. I've been saying it. He is not worth it. Yes, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Why did you say?
Okay, look at the ministers he appointed. Even as a southern president, the Igbos are extremely marginalized in his administration. Look at it very clearly. When we are facing here, they do not even mind. Go and look at the GDP of Lagos State, who contributed more. But still, I'm not interested. What I am interested because this thing has a multiplying effect on everything. Instead of taking lives, people's lives, innocent lives. Mike, I thank God for what is happening in the Congress currently now in the United States of America. Nigeria has become a country of concern. You know what that means? If the US government set up a motion, Nigeria will disintegrate. And these are the same people that went to United Nations General Assembly and declared they are in support of Hamas. There's no justification for that. Whether whatever Alex Otis says, that is his business. The man I see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there has already crossed his mind. That is the truth. You were there, a court said illegality took place in Kenya. You still keep him there. You are celebrating yourself. I'm annoyed. I have reservation for Bola Ahmed Tinubu for labeling IPOB a terrorist organization. It has been condemned all over the world today. That statement means what Jonathan is talking about is very real. Mike, all these things, when I say it here, I don't have it. I say it with that because I want this. These things are not working. We go our separate ways. It's not working. But it's not by force. Somebody once said it here clearly. What is it that Nigeria can offer an Igbo man or Yoruba man they cannot offer themselves? Somebody said it here. What is it? What is it that we are benefiting from this unity that we cannot give ourselves? You can see gradually everything is winding down. Nigerians are not having that, that curiosity and the seriousness now to go out there and vote. Voters apathy, and we are not even there. They are coming out to issue a threat. We know where the threat is coming. You don't have your governor. You have a governor. Someone who is there. You have Minister of Internal Affairs is there. You have National Chairman of National Orientation is there. You have all the security details are here. But you have the court. No lawyer have stood up. Because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president. Adeboye, all of them, all the people that went to this thing, all of them, they don't keep quiet.
But will they try to stop people from voting?
No, bros, let me tell you, there's something you must understand. I have covered to an extent. I think Oluomo should have a good mind more than this man.
Oluomo also did it.
No. See, Oluomo. Yes, I'm telling you, but I know what I'm talking about. You understand? I know what I'm talking about. You understand? Oluomo have a good mind more than this one.
More than Sego.
Yes, this one I'm seeing now. In the history of Oluomo's administration, Oluomo has never called any press conference and threatened anybody in Lagos. Go and check the history. He has never done that. But he understands some certain things. But you see this one now. So nobody's talking. Some people are even celebrating. Some people like Rain or mockery.
But DSS called him yesterday.
Bros, let me tell you the work of the DSS. That is not their job. He's supposed to be arrested and taken to court for calling citizens illegal immigrants. No, I don't know whether you understand what I mean. See the impression that, let me tell you, even the so-called national union workers in Lagos State, as sophisticated as Lagos is, we have youths that are graduates, we have youths that want to who are science oriented, who are doing everything. Do you think that if they set up any force that we can conquer sophisticated Nigerian youths in Lagos that went to school, they can do undo? No, they are just calm because they are just want to be calm. They just want to be calm. Yes, I'm telling you. This kind of a thing would have seen a serious, a very serious, legal battle against him, so that Nigerians will know that you see, it don't go against the laws of the land.
All right, Nkiruka says voters apathy in progress. We have Anthony Duchukwu saying we need to start boycotting of elections from now on. That's the only way to start teaching these people a lesson. Then how do we get the right candidate?
That's even the worst, because I look at the last local government election. Nobody came. They did their thing and they go. You understand? But see, what is coming? A lot of things. I see this thing, as pure. I look at it as an agenda. That's where I look at it.
Is someone born in Lagos not a citizen? This is coming from Inamdi Nuzu. All right, we move down to Anna Yorokoro. Tinubu is putting fears to Nigerians. He wants to capture Nigeria as a captured Lagos. Assume Tinubu lost Lagos 2023 election.
I think this is the beginning where the threats have started coming already. The threats have started coming already. You can see that door has already.
What makes you feel we won't lose Lagos in 2023?
No, bros, let me tell you, Lagos is the most sophisticated state. I'm coming. You see, if you look at, I can bring out the list of Yorubas who are currently serving under Eastern governors. Many of them. In Imo State, in Abia State, in Anambra State, nobody is making noise about that. Nobody is even currently now on this government. But you can see now what is happening. There is this, I don't understand, phobia. Anywhere Igbo man is spotted, I do not know why. And if you look at the GDP of this state, the Igbos contribute more.
The demolition of a trade fair complex in Lagos, was that targeted at the Igbos?
No, but if there's government, if there's governance, if the government,
people are
let me tell you, maybe they should bring somebody back to govern Lagos State. Maybe, sorry. They should bring somebody back to govern Lagos State because we never witnessed all these things, and that is the reason why they removed him. Because he is a core Lagosian. Lagos for Lagos. If we want to bring him back, maybe we wouldn't be seeing all these kind of manipulations.
And this moves to suppress Igbos ahead of 2020.
Of course, they move out of state government. Bros, I'm telling you, everything is a contest now. You understand? Because no matter how you look at it, you understand? When amalgamation took place in Nigeria, Lagos State was not part of the amalgamation. Lagos State was not part of Nigeria. Abolition. Then those who are trying to, add to value, when Fashola published the Lagos State government gazette as a few years ago when he was the Lagos State governor, go and look at it very clearly. The documents are there. The Igbos contributed more, and they have not yet for one day recorded any form of violence carried out by the Igbo people. Like, you see that trade fair? Look at that trade fair today. Take that trade fair, go, if you know the history of that trade fair. And at the time they were erecting whatever they feel that is blocking drainage or whatever they are, that's what I'm saying. Was there no governance? Was there no government to have gone there and said, no, stop this? After investing billions of naira. Right. Let me tell you, there's what they call karma. And they forgot that it's just like what is happening now. The United States government have come out clearly and stated that whatever that's happening in Nigeria, they are aware. Whatever, everything that they should not pretend as if the world is not watching and taking note of what is happening in Nigeria. They are taking note. One day it will be used against them. That's what I believe.
All right, to the comment section. Since I was born until I left Nigeria, I haven't voted in Nigeria as a Nigerian election. But since I got my Italian citizenship, I haven't skipped voting in any election in Italy till date.
God bless you.
This is Chima. On this, all right, somebody should give Adekunle water. Oh, Nnamdi, thank you. We have Anayo Okoro. Don't worry, thank you. Anayo Okoro says that Tinubu calling IPOB a terrorist is an insult to Igbos. Mr. Chinedu, the simple truth is people are uncomfortable with people coming into their space and doing better. Even under worse conditions, it will eventually create a phobia. This is Bayaga. On this, and we have Anthony Duchuku saying we will start treating the Yoruba people living in the southeast the same way they treat our people in Lagos. So Fabian says, go ahead.
Oh no, of course. Now you see, let me tell you. You see, this Lagos, they are because one, I don't know whether the government are actually aware, or because if you listen to Tunde Bakare some time ago in the past, where it was agreed that they should stop selling properties or renting houses to Igbo. He made it public. It's in the internet. Everything is in the internet there. And he asked them a question. Because come to Igbo land, there are thousands of land. Bring your money, I go give you land. Everybody went abroad now. We're saying they look for land for Eastern Nigeria. You want to buy and build. I come. Because I don't blame this Igbophobia and sentiment, going on in Lagos State. I blame the Eastern governors. I blame the Eastern governors. By now, would have been having, so people we are the closest to the waters, to the Atlantic, to the Mediterranean, to the Pacific, having nautical miles from the east to China. But they will still navigate back to here in Lagos. But there is a lot why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention today. And I can assure you 85 million Biafrans, Igbos all over the world. He is the symbol of these people. The Igbo nation is heartbroken. Igbo nation they don't want this unity anymore. As simple as that. Is Bola Tinubu going to go to East and say they should give them vote? People you call terrorists? Because there's nobody that speaks for the Igbo nation now. They have successfully killed Samonepa. They have successfully killed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you see any? I'm not pointing you. I didn't point to you.
All right, thank you so much. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, morning.
Your take on voter intimidation in Lagos State.
Well, what is going in Lagos State, I will not say that it is a new thing. It's a normal thing the way they used to do. They say when someone is dancing, when you are hearing the drum of the music in the bush, someone is dancing, they are beating it, someone is beating that drum. So all these people that the one that have already taken over from Oluomo, yes, he is not the first and he is not the second. If the order of the Lagos said that if the people did not vote, if the Igbos did not vote APC, they will throw them inside the lagoon. So this is, different type of immigration that coming, but still yet the Igbos still stand on it. Okay, this one that said this thing. Okay, what about the one that said that I am the beer furniture? What did they do to him? They pick him up, down, lock him. Look at this statement this one make in press conference. What did the government did? Nothing. What did the SS did? Nothing. They call him because it's an Yoruba man. They end the case. Well, don't we say I am the owner of a beer furniture under Igbos. they put into that group. What a hatred is that? They say that we are one. But Mr. Mike, what I want to tell you, come to 2027, if they say let Jonathan come out and contest and win, we will not rule. Because what will make it to not rule on the road to new Biafra? That's what will make it to not rule. But he will win, but he will not rule. That's how I accept the reality. Nigeria have been doomed to separate, and the time is coming close.
All right, yesterday denied threatening negotiations ahead of 2027 elections. And don't you think his action has left pains, phobia, fear in the minds of Lagosians?
God bless you. Good morning to our viewers, first and foremost. You see, we have been seeing the scenario of the situation that is happening. See, they are planted. See what happened in the last 2023 general election. You see, Lagos State, the first time in the history of Jagaba, where a compound, they beat him woefully. He was threatening the governor, say, you did there, this can't see the happen. See, if you fuck up for the governor, you will know your road to your house. See, when the governorship election happens, you see someone will not go to churches, will not go to the Igbos area, particularly. You see, what they are trying to tell you that, see, above the law, say above the law. See, APC and the mafias associates, they are above the law. They are telling particularly, that's what they are saying. See, particularly, who is particularly? The Igbos. Because if you watch the Sierra in Lagos, majority of them are Igbo, everywhere are Igbo. So they are afraid because when somebody says it's turn and your turn, you come there, you don't do the reality, and people are not happy, they are against you, but you say you want to come back by force. See, let's not be frank with ourselves. 2027 is going to be, this case not taking, everybody will go his way. Because this language now, I've seen it for the far. It's everybody. See, if one do anything, they go slap you, say, go your state, go your village. You see, a majority of Nigeria and Lagos State, nobody for this Nigeria will not get family for Lagos State. Let's say 85% of Nigeria, they live in Lagos State. So now there is a meaty agenda. Threatening them, don't let them come out. And this is a big threat. Who is DSS? Who is this man? All of them, they are answering to the text of the president. That's order. Throw language. That language when they throw it, you don't throw language now. And when you throw that language, DSS, they were involved. All of them just say, okay, come tell us what you throw. You don't already throw. Say the D have been done. That language has become a big fear. Who want that? Who want that? Majority of people in the state, they came from far away from their state. They don't want to die. So either you say, okay, make I don't vote, I live with my house. It's better than me to come outside and they cut my head. Don't you see the difference? So where are we really going? So I think if case not taking, Nigeria will be discredited, everybody will go his way because now we now see that who we have here now, they don't care about the unity of Nigeria because the unity of Nigeria is first and foremost. That's why you see Jonathan Mata, they are afraid of him because if Jonathan should come one day and say, okay, even though Jonathan come for any party at all, not party now, Jonathan say want to contest now. See, totally Jagaba is out of the game. So they don't want it.
All right, he has retracted his statement. We don't know if the retraction of his statement is genuine, but what could be the implication of this threat on non-negotiations ahead of 2027?
Well, good morning, viewers. Good morning, everybody. Happy weekend. I want to say the threat. I'm going to take my state as a case study. It's already happening in Edo State now.
Threat?
Yes, it's already happening in Edo State, where Folashade has been installed, and they installed Pastor Josephine as the Oloja of Edo State. I don't know why a lot of people must have heard it. You understand? And the thing started when Jagaban told them that, do you want to do? The people said yes. You understand? Now the Oba of Benin is saying a different thing. The what do they call him? The man has said. Let me tell you, the language that came out yesterday is to tell you that if you are not an indigene of Lagos, you have no right to do anything against whatever they say. If they say this is where we are going, you follow them. Because now it's like we are all being held captive. Being held captive. Someday, one day, you will see. Maybe this 2027. So Tinubu is going to be the next governor of Lagos State. And we say, we will not have a say. But my own advice to the southeast, to the Edo, and everyone, let us all go back to our base. And let us go and rebuild our base. Because the kind of politics they are playing now does not show that we are one Nigeria any longer. You understand? It doesn't show that we are one Nigeria. Because the way these people are playing it, very soon they'll bring out their gun and be saying, if you don't vote for Yoruba man, we'll shoot you up. Everything has turned to politics. And I pray that 2027 Nigeria will still be existing. That's my own number.
So this has brought back the painful memories of the 2023 election in Lagos State, where voters were intimidated, threatened by the former, I don't want to say former, by threatened, by talks. You know, what could be the implication of this? Glory of voters.
Glory to Jesus. Good morning, our esteemed viewers. Good morning, Mr. Mike. God bless every one of you. Am I a prophet? I told you people, in 2027 there is going to be sit at home, and I will sit at home. Didn't I say it on this platform? Because I am not a Yoruba man. What is happening now? I told you that 2027 will be a sit at home. Is it not happening? Are you not saying handwriting now?
This is just a threat, a mere threat.
It is not mere. Remove the word mere. It is pure.
I said it is just propaganda.
Don't just say that. See, let me tell you, you see this statement. Until 2027, you see the reality.
They have been summoned by DSS.
Who is someone who? Who is DSS?
We don't have institutional.
Excuse me. Who is DSS answering to?
The president.
My beloved brother, let's forget that.
He said he wasn't talking to negotiators or the members of
my brother, all these ones are political denying. The major thing is that if you are not a Lagosian, you are not a Yoruba, stay away. One of them have even said it to me. He said, "Una we no be Yoruba, we be Omo, we come Lagos, they pack our this thing. No, una stay away for polling units." That day, I say, Listen to me. I am using this opportunity to tell my brothers, enough is enough. Go to trade fair, go and see what is happening. If you know trade fair before, you will know that men spend money to bring up trade fair. Later, Ojukwu went there and talked to them. They say it's a foolish man. The prophecy of the old man is happening today. They have given them in a computer village a year and 6 months to move to Katangwa. The Katangwa, they are telling them to go. Government did not do anything there. They are pushing them to go there and develop it again. One fellow was in computer village. I could remember back in the years when we used to go there. When we used to go there to smoke. Are you hearing me? We go there to do some things, to run some packages. Computer village was not as developed as it is today. But government didn't do anything. Now, people have developed that place. Now, government enter there. Then in Katangwa, you say that you go. Then Katangwa, have you built it to the standard of computer village for them to move to that place? No. Then they will now go and use their hard-earned labored money to go and build that place. And after some years, the same government will still come after them. See, my beloved brothers, enough is enough.
Yes.
The handwriting is already on the wall. It's not until when somebody come and tell you, "I don't need you again," that you will know that they don't need you again. Character, attitude. They say action speaks louder than voice. You have seen the attitude, you have seen the character, you have seen the action. They have changed both to Irabor or whatsoever, any street in Lagos State that carry Igbo man's name. Yeah. They have removed it and put Yoruba man there. What makes us to be one? They are telling you to go. See, it is the item you people rise up. You will be say, God, go and do those things in the east. We have land, we have places. If you don't have, at least I will not give you all my father, all my own inheritance, but at least I can give you a portion. Build something. Develop our side. Enough of this. No. If you are talking about one, remember one time I said If you want us to remain as one, there should be an equity. And whereby there is no equity in this country, definitely there is no one Nigeria. That statement is a scam. I don't believe it. Even Mr. President, I'm talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in 1997, April 13, Google, find out. He himself even stated it clearly that he did not believe in one Nigeria. But look at what is happening today. The handwriting is on the wall. Everybody go to your place. Igbos, time don't reach. Biafra. Oh, you see? Now they can't languishing in DSS. Igbo is free. Michaela is free. What is he called? Tuji Bello. In the name of amnesty, taxpayers' money was packed and given to Tuji Bello. In the name of amnesty, he still went away with the gun and with the money. What does that impress? To me, my own understanding there, what I figure out there is this. Take this money, go and buy more sophisticated weapon. The one that is more powerful than the one that you are holding. That is what I believe that is the what place in this amnesty. Because these people did not surrender any of their arms. Which you and I saw. You watch it, go to Zamfara in is it Casino or what is it? The other place that they took place, and see their master was there watching. They did not use the advantage to capture those bandits or the terrorists. But somebody that have not killed a cockroach is the one languishing. They call him a terrorist.
So Alex has assured you that Mazen Amdekano will soon be out.
The same Alex Oti too. Likewise, what is he called? Forget, he remembers. What does it own? And when I do my own, free you in the court doesn't mean that you will be free, because until Nigeria say, government say, president. When Buhari was alive, didn't court to set Mazen Amdekano free?
Can't you trust Alex Oti?
No, Alex Oti. What Alex Oti is doing, he has started a race that this is the only man that is standing on the ground. I want to give.
No, it's not the only man.
Now, hold on.
What about Abaribe?
They are from the same state. I'm talking about the Abia people. They have that sincerity. They have that enthusiasm to stand for Nnamdi Kanu. But the remaining of the state governor, they are just doing yaga, which is a slap on the southeast. If like out of the 5 state governors, 5 of them stood up and said, "No, this is our brother. This is our brother," political solution would have come up. Rather, Opus Odinma is the one instigating to deny to let them still detain Nnamdi Kanu.
They will not, Baba. Do you know why they are not doing that? And they will not do that. You know, when you did not win the election, imagine from 4th to 1st, there was an agreement. And you must not betray your master. So he signed an agreement that made a Kekere coup to give him that mandate and deny the first person and the second person as the winner of that election. And let me tell you again, Kekere coup is still alive. There is something that she said, that she was having eye problem and she refused to go to clinic to get her eyes.
So that's why
you see why she did not see clear. I don't know whether, thank God I am on media. You understand me? So that is to tell you why those people are not going to act, because they are there to do what? To service their master's demand.
Finally, I want to say this. I want to portray what you said. The Kekere is the Supreme Court
CJ now. Currently now.
This is just to tell you that we don't choose by competency. It is based by loyalty to the party and selection.
Yes.
As that goes around, we cannot. Our institution has broken down. The legislature, they are pocketed. The judiciary
pocketed.
ELCC
pocketed. Nigerian military pocketed. Every uniform in everything in Nigeria pocketed.
So my viewers, I want to say thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.
Problem in Nigeria. So much, Rafa Evangelist, I really appreciate it. So, all the viewers on the platform, we appreciate you. We say thank you for joining us this weekend. We're back here on Monday with more interesting stories. Mr. Bart, I won't be able to take you this morning. So sorry, so sorry. All right, until Monday or anytime, please, I'm able to take any. Please, others, please, until next week. And we need to appreciate Mr. Rotimi in Pennsylvania, who sent some cash, for celebration of the independence, the independence celebration. So after the program, everybody can wait so that you can have your own share. All right,
God bless you, Mr. Rotimi. May the Lord bless you.
All right, to the likes of Abayaga, this is Chima, Sofa Biodun, who joined us this morning. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Tunde Okafor, Seven Heaven, Andrew Bunjimi, the rest of the viewers in the comment section will drop their comments as regards what we discussed today. And now, thank you so much. All right, we appreciate all of you. We'll be back here on Monday. To Mrs. Tina in California, we also appreciate you. Kay Udulaja, we appreciate you. Many of the viewers. All right, goodbye, everyone. Bye.